So, let's get one thing straight. This isn't about some new folding technique or the latest organizing fad. Nope, we're gonna get into the why. Why does trying to declutter sometimes feel less like cleaning your house and more like you're literally deleting a part of your own story?
You know that feeling, right? You're standing there, you pick up something you haven't seen in years, maybe an old concert ticket or a chipped coffee mug, and just the thought of tossing it, boom, there it is, that sudden tightness in your chest. A little voice in your head goes, if you throw this out, you're throwing out a piece of yourself.
If that sounds at all familiar, then you are in exactly the right place. Because the big question we're digging into today is just that. Why does letting go of things feel so much like losing a part of you? Let's unpack the psychology behind it. Okay, so let's start right there with that feeling, that very real physical sensation you get in your chest. And right out of the gate, I need you to hear this loud and clear. If you feel this way, you are not broken. You are not a hoarder, and you are definitely not the problem. It's just your brain doing what it's wired to do, find meaning in the world in a really, really deep way. Which brings us to our first big idea, the way our identity gets anchored to the stuff we own. This is where we get into that deep connection between our things and our sense of who we are.
So what's really going on here? Well, it's a fascinating process called emotional anchoring. It's basically your brain's way of storing pieces of your life story, your memories, inside physical objects. So that old sweater, it's not just a sweater. It's an anchor to the person you were when you wore it.
And this is such a great way to put it. Your brain doesn't just register a thing. No, it sees a vivid screenshot of a moment, a feeling of safety, a memory it absolutely refuses to forget. That object becomes tangible data from your past. And all of this usually happens within what we can call territorial comfort. I mean, think about it. Your home isn't just a building with a roof. It's your sanctuary. It's a physical extension of your inner world. And it's the one place on earth where you can finally stop performing for everyone and just be. And every object in it helps build that feeling of safety. Now, this all taps into a second, huge psychological driver, our deep, fundamental need for control. Look at this. It's basically the trade-off our brains are making all the time. Out there, in the world, the big stuff, stability, safety, what the future holds, so much of that is completely out of our hands. But at home, we can control the small stuff. We decide which coffee mug to use. We decide exactly where that book goes. We create this little pocket of order to balance out the chaos of the world. And here's the crucial takeaway. This isn't weird, not at all. It's a highly sophisticated survival skill. Your brain became an absolute masterpiece at using the physical world around you to manage your internal emotional temperature. Because in your own space, predictability equals safety. It's that simple. Okay, let's go a little deeper now, because this might be the most poetic, the most emotional layer of this whole experience. It's this idea that decluttering can feel like grieving our past selves. When you're holding that old object, it's not just about remembering a place or an event. It's about feeling the grief for the versions of you that are connected to that thing. The versions of you that you barely even remember anymore. The you who was maybe a little more trusting or felt a bit lighter. The you who hadn't learned some of life's tougher lessons yet. These objects, they're the last physical links to those people you used to be. And that is why getting rid of an item can feel like such a gut punch. It can literally feel like you're losing the softness you didn't get to keep. You're not just clearing out a drawer, you're letting go of the physical proof of a younger, maybe more innocent chapter of your own story. So, with all that in mind, what if we just flipped this whole thing on its head? What if this isn't a flaw at all? What if it's actually your hidden superpower? Seriously? A lot of research suggests that this tendency is actually a sign of really high emotional intelligence. It means you have this deep well of empathy. It's like your brain's mirror neurons are on steroids. You have a high perceptual sensitivity, which gives you this incredible ability to see these loud truths that are hidden inside quiet, everyday things. I want you to think of it this way. You are not a prisoner of your past, trapped by all your stuff, no way. You are a lighthouse for your own history. You stand firm and you cast a light on all the moments, the good and the bad, that made you who you are today. So the next time you feel that hesitation to throw something away, just remember this. You are not running from life by keeping these things. You are running towards yourself. You're actively protecting the memories and the spaces that help you feel whole.
And if someone ever asks why you're clinging to junk, you don't have to give them a whole psychological breakdown. You can just smile and say, because this room holds my story.
Which brings us to one last thought, just for you. Take a second and really think about it. What's the one item in your home, the one you just can't bring yourself to toss, that truly holds your story?